This simple tool hanger idea is way better than a French cleat, and it transforms any workshop or garage into a fully functional, adjustable, and organized workshop. I'm Eddie Field with Field Guide to DIY. Here are just a few of my tool hanger ideas. Let's dive in. The French cleat is a 45-degree angle cut on a piece of wood, and you attach another piece of wood to the back of that. What this does, it puts a thin strip of metal on the back of these hangers, and then I put in a 1/2-inch deep groove at a 45-degree angle so that when I put this piece of metal on the back of any one of the hangers that I build, it just rests right in there. And I have complete and total flexibility. So if you want to see how I did the cuts in the plywood, click the link in the description. It's really quite easy. Like, for example, for the brad nailer gun. So this one is just a real simple, just a 90-degree angle right there. And I did my 45 with the strip of metal in the back. The metal doesn't even go all the way across. And then I just took a saber saw and I outlined the shape. You see that shape there mirrors that shape there, and it just drops right in there. Here's the circular saw. Another real basic design. It's just a 90-degree, and I glue it and I brad nail it. I make my 45-degree cut, put my piece of metal in there, and then I made my groove so that in the event that I don't retract the blade, I could just rest it in there. And again, I could put it anywhere on this wall. Now what I do is I have all my cordless in the same section. I can move it anywhere, but what I did was I built this charge station. It's got a power strip, it's got my Hercules, my DeWalt, and 2 Ryobi chargers. Poke my holes where I want. Flip that over. Check for squares, see how good my eye is. Good deal. And tear your tape away. That's exactly where it goes. Isn't that easy? Isn't that easy? I could put it anywhere, but of course I can't put it anywhere because it's got to be tied to the plug, of course. I put it right here and it works really well. And then just plug it in and I'm charging. When that battery's full, I just take that out and put it over here on the rack. These are all my drills, and that's also got one of the modified cleats there. Oh man. And I got fancy on this, again with the 90-degree angle that you see there. That's just a piece of plywood. I had all this scraps left over of plywood that I had from different cabinets that I built. And I got fancy, so I routed out a little circle. I traced the base of the sander and routed out a 1/4 of an inch deep into the 3/4 inch plywood. And then I put the 45-degree groove to receive that metal. I glue it and I brad nail it in the back. Now some of these are real basic. I don't even have a little cutout. I'm thinking about doing a cutout of that square, but I've already glued it up. But all I did is threw a brass hook on the back and did my 45-degree to receive the strip of metal. Bottoms that out. Here's a Bosch jigsaw. All I did is lay it out. Oh, where do I need to support it if it's going to be hanging up? Well, there and there. So I just marked it, glued and nailed, and then just cut from my angled piece of metal. And that holds the Bosch jigsaw right there. And the thing is, it frees up my workbench because the workbench is supposed to be just that. The workbench is not a storage location. The workbench is a work area. If you find that your workbench is a storage location, you're doing something wrong. And you need to have places to store your stuff. Here's my chisel board. The chisel board, real simple design. All it is a piece of plywood across the front with a block on each end to give you enough space for you to set your chisel back in there when you're done chiseling. And then, guess what? That 45-degree, 1/2 inch deep for the strip of metal. And my chisels go right there. And what's great about this is if I'm doing woodworking, I can move all my woodworking tools and chisels or whatever over to that as long as the project is going. Similar to the jigsaw hanger is my corded drill hanger. I just needed to lay out where my shelving pieces need to be. And I just did a regular 90-degree. I could, bevel it out and make it all fancy and pretty. But I threw the brass hook on there as well to keep the cord from hanging down into others. And so my Makita goes right up there. I hope this gives you some ideas about how you can clean up that clutter in your garage or your wood shop. Now, if you want to see how I built this modern farmhouse nightstand for our bedroom, click the image on your screen now. Step-by-step instructions. I'll see you in the next video.